Hi, my name is Dakota and I am the volunteer coordinator at the Banquet, and today we are with John
Heather.
Meyer. I always want to say Mayor.
I get that a lot, yeah. That's why I use my initial, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Of Lemonly, which is a super successful infographic design company. Can I
Yep.
say it like that?
Perfect.
Here in Sioux Falls. And they came and served at the Banquet recently. So for the very first time, they're a brand new group, and we wanted to talk to John a little bit about that experience.
Perfect.
So our first question for John is, have you ever been to the Banquet before?
I actually had not. I've given resources to the banquet, but I'd never volunteered or even physically been in the space. And I think out of our group of, I guess between the two companies, which we can talk about, I think only 3 of maybe our 20 had actually been to the banquet. So it was good first time exposure for most of our team.
Awesome, that's cool. So what were your first impressions, or maybe first impressions your team had that you might have overheard?
Yeah, I think maybe this is just the business owner in me. The first impression I actually had was how incredibly efficient the whole operation was. Just the folks from the volunteer staff to the full-time staff to the way you guys had things down to we were wrapping silverware. And they came in, they just trained us, and everyone was wrapping silverware, and it was a little chaotic, but incredibly efficient. So I was impressed by that, which you have to do for how many people you serve on a daily basis. But then from the team, we came back afterward and kind of debriefed on our Monday morning meeting. I think it was a Monday that we volunteered. And I think people's eyes were wide open, right? I mean, I think we have a tendency in this community, it's really easy to maybe distance yourself from some of the issues that our city deals with, from poverty to hunger and much more. And so I think it was a really good opportunity for our team to be exposed to that, to give back. We do volunteer things on the regular, so it was something that we were just looking for a new experience. But sometimes it's you can pick up trash, or you can work at a children's event, and those are all really great events. But I felt like the impact seemed to really set in when we were here at the banquet.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that they all got the chance to kind of sit down and chat
Yeah,
with people.
everybody had breakfast and spread out and had great stories to share. I mean, there were some amazing stories that people were sharing, some funny ones too.
That's awesome. So next question, as a business owner, what do you see were kind of the benefits for you? You said you volunteer.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of something you guys do regularly. So what other?
Yeah, so we do, the way we do it at Lemonly is we give like 1% of our revenue in cash to charities. We give 1% of our revenue in like pro bono services. This obviously would, and then we just like to do just like a quarterly kind of volunteer event just to get us out of the office. It also serves as bonding time for us and to spend time with your coworkers in a non-workplace environment. So I thought that was really important, and I think, just that perspective of you have to. We all come to work and work together, but we hopefully understand that we're doing something larger than just making infographics. Hopefully, making the world a better place or making an impact. We say that our vision is to make the world an easier place to understand, and we do that through design and graphics. But to understand the world, you also have to experience the world, and get out in the world and meet different people and hear different stories. We can't just sit in our office on Main Avenue and think that we know everything that's going on. And so I'm big on the idea that you really grow when you get a little uncomfortable, whether it be traveling or volunteering or just different experiences. So that was a huge benefit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you? I'm going to throw a ringer in here. This wasn't on the sheet.
Okay.
What would you say to other business owners if they, what would you say to them to get them to think about coming to serve at the banquet?
Sure.
Or if something was stopping them from coming to serve, what would you tell them?
Yeah, so I would say do it, but and you didn't ask me to say that, but
I didn't.
I would say of the volunteer events we've done, I felt this was the most. I could tell it resonated with the team probably most deeply, and then probably to our discussion, if you're like Lemonly, we're 20 people, but only 16 people here in Sioux Falls, and so I think the general requirement is 20-ish or more to serve. So that threw us off a little bit at first, but we worked with Dakota, and we actually partnered up with kind of the first company I started that my brother runs, and Sarah, 9 Clouds, and so that was a fun opportunity too. We teamed up the two companies and served breakfast together. So if you're too small, you can help them,
We can.
And so don't be afraid if you're only 8 people on your team or 10 or 12.
Mm-hmm, definitely. We'll work with any size group, anytime. We just want to give you the opportunity to help. And so our last question, would you guys do this again?
Yeah, I expect that Lemonly will be back in the future. I know they, what was her name? I'm trying to remember. She gave us all the sheets about your guys' turkey run, and you can get on the text message group.
Mm-hmm.
And so I saw a handful of people taking those sheets to get involved individually.
Mm-hmm.
But I would bet as a team we'll come back.
Awesome. Well, we'll get you.
And now it's on record.
Yeah, it is. We have proof. This is all we did this for, is just so I could hold you to something. So awesome. Well, thank you so much, John, for coming and talking with us for a little bit. And we hope that this is informational for you guys to come and serve with us. So thanks.